So we're at Srinagar in Kashmir, capital of Kashmir, and I'm using the previous flight plan, Srinagar to Mount Kolahoi, but we're only going to use the first two waypoints, which take us over Srinagar itself. Now let's pull up the map, have a look. So here we are at the airport. We're going to go up to the northeast, east-northeast, waypoint 1. And if we go back and forth between waypoint 1 and 2, and do circles over there, we'll be orbiting the city. I'm actually going to start really high for a change and just spiral downwards and just see what we can see with the recon cameras. So let's go. There's other people who want to take off. Let's get my helmet cam sorted out here. There we go. We'll break off. Wind from the left or the right, not sure at the moment. And rotating at 100 knots. A little bit aggressive there on the stick. Gear up, flaps up. Flaps up.
Flaps up one step.
Okay, I'm looking for 270 knots to climb. I'm 190 at the moment.
007 continue for west departure.
Mike India Golf, copy.
007 leaving my airspace frequency. Change approved.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Srinagar Tower 007 frequency change.
Okay, so we're now heading southeast, so let's turn back to the northeast.
Srinagar Tower landmark 2876 ready for
Now we've got that speed I want, 290 actually, so I'm going to pull up. There we go, set on 270. Change the channel there, get rid of that chatter. And there we go, there's waypoint 1, that mountain next to the lake there at the top of the city of Srinagar. So I'm going to aim at that, slightly to the right of that. Waypoint 2 over the valley entrance. So we're at 10,000 feet. We started at 5.4. It's a pretty high altitude runway. And I'm just going to pull back 20 degrees. I think about 20 degrees should work out to 270 knots. At 282 at the moment. It's coming back. Okay, it's 270 now. Let's go to 15 degrees. Just trim for that. We're still dropping slowly. Okay, I'll go back to 10 degrees. We're 260, 261, so looks like about 10 degrees is good to hold 270 knots. Let's get nice and high, which we don't do very often. And I'll break out the recon cam and we'll left wing and we'll spiral over the city. Now we're just reaching waypoint 1 now, which is, there we go, corner of the lake. So I'm going to turn to waypoint 2, which is right, got it framed right there in the canopy rail, the entrance to that valley. Keep climbing, 20,000 feet. The climb is definitely slowed. We're at 5 degrees nose up now, 266 knots, 267. So interesting, it doesn't climb as aggressively as I thought it might. But then again, it hasn't got the fuel bill of an F-16 or FA-18 Super Hornet. And it is single engine. So I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to go right up to 30,000 feet, which puts us 25,000 feet above the ground. And then I'll start the descent. In the meantime, wow, got an awesome. So there's Mount Kolahoi over there. It's where this flight plan goes to, up that valley actually. It's about 20 miles away. that V-shaped peak right in the centre of the view. Awesome. Here's the valley that Srinagar sits in. So we're still climbing. Speeds come back to 217 knots with 5 degrees up, 27,500 feet. We're just passing waypoint 2 now. It's a great view into the valley. Awesome. $28.5, nearly there. There's the moon sitting up yonder. Gorgeous weather. It's morning. It's 8:09 a.m. 29,500. Let's start to level off. 29.8, 29.9. Okay. Right, so let's go to the left wingtip. Now we're somewhat a few miles to the northwest at the moment. That's okay. Start our turn. And level out. Something interesting. I'll go back to the front cam for the moment. A bit less disorienting. Actually at 32,000. Just want to get us pointed back up the valley. And we'll swing by the southwest side of the city. And then turn north at waypoint 1 again. Okay, now we're heading southeast. Let's roll out. There we go. That's a good view. So to the left down there we can see the valley entrance, waypoint 2. And the lake. The city beyond, so let's keep descending, got to throttle back. So we're going to pick up speed. So we're pretty much aimed along the, pretty much aimed at the airport, and which is along the southwest edge of Srinagar. Let's look left, up the valley. Nice, so that's where waypoint 2 is, where that river comes around the corner down here, just coming into view now. That's it right there, awesome. Back to the front. And that hill we can see very clearly in front, waypoint 1. And on the left, where the river comes around the corner there into the lake, is waypoint 7 I believe. Yeah, Sarband Lake. And Dull Lake is the big lake with the light shining on it. So let's come right a bit. So we can start to see the outskirts of, actually we can see the airport. I think I can see it. Yep, pointing straight at it. Straight at it. It is hard to break. Oh, I can see it's further away than I thought. We can see a red light. Plane's taking off right just below the centre of the view. It's coming to the right. Okay, cool. But beneath us we can see this river, and that's the outskirts of Srinagar. So let's level out at 13,000 feet here. Go to that left cam as promised and see if we can do a bit of an orbit. Keep the city in view, and then I'll start descending. So waypoint 1, that hill is just on the right of the view at the moment. See from the front? Yeah, on the left there. If I go to the left cam, it's on the right. I'll circle kind of past that. I'll just keep it in view. So So there we go, there's the centre of Srinagar at 13,800 feet. Turning back to waypoint 2. That's a pretty nice view. It's pretty hard to keep level in this view, but that's just my poor airmanship. So decline through that turn. Okay, so there's Lake Dole. We're about 10,000 feet above the ground here at the moment, so 9,000 feet. That's waypoint 2, so what I'll do is straighten out, see if I can maintain this bank, look left again. Yeah, we're slowly descending, which is fine. Starting to pick up a lot more detail now. So we're 6,000 feet above the ground. Let's keep this left turn coming in. I guess I'll try to get the lake in the view there. Let's get some rudder kicked in, see if I can manage this turn. Got to bank a lot more steeply. Do that. Get back to waypoint 1 again. Now let's get down a bit lower. So say 5 plus, let's go to about 5,000 feet, so 10,000 feet indicated. 11.5. 10, there we go. And look left again. Now, I had hoped to do like a falling leaf. I imagined a falling leaf pattern with this view centered on one location. I haven't managed to do that this time, but I think it's probably doable. So there's another hill in the center of town there, and there's a golf course. Yeah. The more you look, the more you find. Golf course tucked up right away in the northeast corner of past the lake here. Nice. And just bottom of the view there, let's look backwards, that's the waypoint 1, that hill. Okay, let's go left, oops, left view again, over the golf course. Let's get down to about, say 3,000 feet, which will be 8,000 on the clock. Pointing at waypoint 2 again. 9.5. 9. Let's go 8.5. That'll make us 3,000 feet above the ground. There we go, 8.5. And let's bank. Nice. Okay, that's a pretty good view. Okay, I think that's a nice kind of, well, it's good for a first attempt, I think. Looks like a large government building there. Righto, we'll just do a couple of low-level passes using the front camera. another golf course. Great Scottish invention, golf. I think it brings familial harmony worldwide, especially on the weekends. Let's head across Dull Lake. Bit of turbulence there. I will look left. Actually, right, there's the golf course. Yeah, nice. And left. Beautiful. Oh, look at the reflections. Gorgeous. So we're only about 500 feet at the moment above the terrain. Great. I'll just head up to waypoint 2, turn around, back to waypoint 1 and back to the airport. And time is 8:20. So I've been up here about 16 minutes. So kind of showing in this flight that by getting to know the local terrain features and landmarks through, you can start to wander around the area and keep your bearings just by visual references, which I find becomes more fun the more you do it. And every flight I see new features. So okay, 2 golf courses we spotted this time. Turning back to waypoint 1, getting to know that quite well. The next flight I might fly a reverse course from waypoint 7 over there, 20 miles to Mount Kolahoi and back again. Just the last leg of the flight plan. Naturally turning right past the hill, and I'll call the airport at that point. Okie dokie. Which airport do we want? I did write it down. I'll see if I can tune it in manually here. 127.0, I think. Or is it 123.5? Find out. I think it's 123. 59, 5, there we go. Worked. Mike India Golf 3.
Srinagar Tower 0074 miles northeast, 6,700 feet to land.
007 Srinagar Tower. Altimeter 29.9er, 267 at 10. Enter rest traffic, runway 31.
Mike India Golf copy. Okay, so they want us back on runway 31, so just get that dialed in, even though we can see it. 3, 2, 3, 1, which is on our left. So we're just about to enter downwind on 3-1. 6-4, which puts me at 1,000 feet. Mike India Golf copy. Mike India Golf copy.
Fly left traffic runway tree 1007.
Beautiful. Okay, let's get back to the helmet camp. And let's pull up my landing checklist. Landing, here we go. Downwind at 175 knots, so we're fast.
007 wind 267 at 10. Clear to land runway 31.
Mike India Golf copy.
Clear to land runway tree
Gear down.
1007.
Yeah, we're going to turn to final. Flaps 1, flaps 2, power up. About 600 feet, it's not too bad. Looking for 115 on final, we're at 121. 110 at threshold. Right on 115. One 112, a bit more power. 116. Triple one. Now we can throttle back. 104. Flare and stall warning and touchdown at 93, but it's pretty close to the ground when I got the stall warning. And must have been less than a second before we touched down, so I'm happy with that. I wish this had an audible stall warning. That would be nice. We'll turn off here, I think.
007, turn next taxiway.
And that was landing back in my regular view rather than
007 contact ground on 123.5.
the new periscope view, which I'm still finding a bit disconcerting. Mike India Golf copy.
Going to 123.5007.
Okay, I'll contact ground and find a parking spot and have a cappuccino. And sit out in the fresh air and admire the beautiful scenery. Wow.